You alright everyone, it's Ace here from Team RCC, Romany Custom Catapults. I've been a bit quiet over the last 5-6 days or 4 or 5 days, but I have managed to get this finished today. A bit of an old school design. I designed this catapult, it's one of my own, around 18 months ago, but this is the first one I've ever made. It's made from 10mm aluminium, which obviously I've cut myself. It's scaled with white camel bone and pressure dyed blue camel bone. The liners are black G10, the spacers are black G10 and brass. The pins are brass, the lanyard holders brass lined carbon fibre. Now when I first started making catapults, it was the Stanley blanks that Sam Stanley gave me, which I don't want to say I was famous for, but that's the frame that put me on the map. And I always wanted to design something similar, but I can put my own stamp on it, and this is it. The shoulders I kind of made like an SPS. I broadened it out a little bit at the top. I've done something a little bit different at the handle. This one's scaled different than I'd scale any other. This one's scaled up like that, kind of like a trident style. I wouldn't scale any more like that. I've done it with this one because it's the first one I've ever made. I wanted it to be different. The next one's a scale will have the slight U shape similar to a Stanley. It just makes it less complicated to scale. This was quite complicated to do. You're going to be seeing quite a few of these in the near future because I am going to be getting this particular design laser cut out, and I'll be scaling them and offering them around. But I'm really happy with it. I'm really happy with the way it feels. It grips lovely in the hand under there, which was my intention when I designed it. Obviously, I think anyone that shoots an SPS will shoot this really well. The tube gap on it is around 65mm tube gap. Overall it's 80mm. You'd have to make a little bit of an adjustment, raise your ankle point by a touch if you was to shoot it similar than a Stanley. But yeah, a versatile frame. You could put loop tubes on it with quick change slots and whatnot, same as I've done with a Stanley, but it's a little bit different. It's shorter than a Stanley as well. This one's quite a slimline one because it's very hard to get this pressure dyed bone of any thickness. It's always quite thin, but quite elegant looking. In my personal opinion, I don't think you can beat these classic style frames for appearance. They really have got, whether it be this, the Stanley, or Matt Redding's HH, or various other designs, the Colt, they've got I don't know, a sort of decadence about them. They look expensive. They look like something, I don't know, a knight would carry. I know that might sound silly, but it's equivalent to a knight's sword if you ask me. I've always got a soft spot for this style of frame, and it's always fun building one. I like to show a little bit of diversity as a builder, and yeah, come up with different stuff, and that's it. I'm really happy with it. I hope everyone else likes it. There's a lot more pictures of it on my Facebook page, Romany Custom Catapults, or my Instagram page as well, Romany Custom Catapults. But the shine on it is pretty cool. It's a mirror finish all the way around. It wasn't the easiest of frame to finish this, to be honest with you, especially with me putting every time I do an old school frame, I know a lot of people scale them right to the edge, but in my eyes, although that's a lot easier to do, this looks a lot better. It's so much better when it's sunk in and you can feel the edge of the frame, the lip, and I've only got that from doing the original Stanleys because they was all slightly routed on the edges, so you had no choice. It's harder to do it, but it does give a lot better finish. But yeah, this one's going to get banded with tabs and square elastic, old fashioned, and it should be out to its owner later on today. So I hope you like it. Don't forget to like, subscribe. I'll be back in the next day or so finishing this badass Dankung KOA. That's the next one on the list, and then I've got a couple of Velociraptors to kick on with. But yeah, all good. Thanks for watching. All have a good afternoon.